What is up, everybody? Hoping everybody is doing so well. It is Saturday, the day before the Super Bowl. Are we allowed to say that word?
Yeah, no one
cares. Yeah, no one cares.
The big game.
The big game. Yeah.
We're giving them publicity that they didn't ask for, but they can have it anyways.
It's free publicity is good publicity.
Any publicity is good publicity, unless you're Urban Meyer. Unless you are Urban Meyer.
Yeah, you can't finger a butthole in a bar freely now in America anymore.
Do you hear he has to sell it? Or it's up for sale?
It is?
It is. The Chop House is up for sale.
All right. Dang, son. Moving quickly.
No more fingering little girls' butt.
Oh, God. Hey!
Buttholes in the bar after getting your butt beat by the Bengals, Super Bowl winning team.
Potentially. We're going to talk about that. We got a lot on our plate today, John. Okay, it's been a minute. We have the Kyler Murray Instagram drama. Want to talk about that a little bit. We've got Alvin Kamara, his incident out in Las Vegas during the Pro Bowl, and what the impact is on his dynasty value. You know, what are we going to do with him? Do I own him? Do I not? What do I do? We're also going to be talking about the NFL awards. That's going to be fun, fun to talk about who got snubbed, who didn't, who deserved to win. Okay.
Who's getting over? Who received votes shouldn't have?
Ooh, yeah, and then also, of course, we're talking about the big one, the Super Bowl. What we think, a preview of it, of ourselves, how we view the game, and then we're also going to be talking about the best Super Bowl props. And they might get crazy.
As everyone knows, they get crazy every year. There's a bunch of great ones this year. It seems like they just, with Vegas, the game being just have the Pro Bowl in Vegas and all those drunk people who are ready for the Super Bowl going up to the books, coming up with some crazy ideas. And they're like, hey, that one's kind of funny. Let's add that to the online DraftKings website.
Let's do it. So, let's jump into it though, John. John, you're pretty good at Instagram. What does it mean when you clear your Instagram of everything? Are you hiding something?
Probably not. We're talking about the Kyler Murray situation. You're talking about someone hiding everything or possibly straight up just deleting. When you have 1.3 million followers and you delete everything to do associating yourself with the only reason that your name's still publicly out there because of what you've done for that team, it's not a good look. It's very clear that he's trying to not associate himself with the Arizona Cardinals right now. And even his last post being a picture of him at the Pro Bowl, in a Pro Bowl. He's got his helmet on, side of his helmet got two Cardinals on it, but he's looking dead on. There is nothing red on him except his cleats. And then his only other post is his Sooners one after the Heisman. So obviously Kyler Murray is making a message to the management that he does not want to be there. Question is, why?
Honestly, this is my opinion from it. Okay, I do think that he is preparing himself for a contract. That's it. That's all it comes down to. He just finished his third year. He's got them dollar signs in his eyes. And that's really what it comes down to, in my opinion. He wants the Cardinals to know he's not afraid to go find somebody else. I think that's what it comes down to.
But if you really think about it, what is there's definitely a need for quarterbacks in almost half the league right now, especially with the young era of these very promising looking quarterbacks all over the AFC. Everyone is looking for their next Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes. Kyler Murray finds himself in that same talk, so maybe he thinks he can get some more money somewhere else. I don't think anything's going to happen. I think this is going to be more like the Russell Wilson situation that we just saw. Maybe he was asking for a little bit more control of play calling, personnel, or anything to do with, how the team ran, and he sees that, he could have made some better decisions that could have made them make some runs in the playoffs rather than a first round bounce. I don't know. Obviously, there was some rumors coming out that he was asking for up to $50 million per year, but those rumors have, been smashed and denied and put to the side. What do you think? What's he doing?
I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. I truly don't. I don't know. But it's all about money.
You think it's just straight up money?
I think it's just straight up money. I do think that it's a I don't know how to put this. I don't know. I think it comes down to money. I think it comes down to money. I don't think that, honestly, I think he knows that he's not going to be one of those highest paid quarterbacks in the league coming up. And I think that he wants to start marketing himself that way. Like he could be commanding 50 to 55 mil a year, which is what was said, like what has been reported. That's Patrick Mahomes money. That's Deshaun Watson money. He was just more than Deshaun Watson actually. Dak Prescott, what he's getting 45, I think 40, 45. He wants to reset the market. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think he's playing hard to get.
Yeah, I don't know. The weirdest thing is they could still claim him for, I think, 3 years if they really, really wanted to. I mean, they could do his 5th year. He's signed through 2022. Could take the 5th year option. Then you could tag him. I mean, he could be trapped there if they really wanted to play hardball with him.
Yeah, they definitely could.
If he's going to be playing this game of, hey, I'm just going to delete my social media and then trying to work on a contract and get my money, he's doing it a little preemptively.
Right.
And it's not like he came off a great second half of the year and he can use all of that recency bias about all the great things he's done lately. If he would have tried this maybe mid-season and said, hey, if I get us to the playoffs, I need to be guaranteed a contract, something like that. But I don't know. I think, if anything, it might just be a personal thing. It could be seeing just wanted to step away from social media and be myself for this off season. He just got into FaZe Clan, so maybe he, wants to open up branding again. Maybe he wants to be branded as that FaZe K1 Kyler Murray, and then maybe he's going to play some baseball. You got to brand yourself. It's all about branding.
I think the fact that he left the Oakland A jersey up there, like that was maybe.
No, now.
I mean, this is a wild shot out there. Maybe he just does his 5-year in the NFL and then goes plays baseball.
Yeah, because right now he only has the picture of him at the Pro Bowl and then his Sooners jersey right after he won the Heisman.
Ooh, Jordy is in our chat. He said, "What NFT is going to be showing up on Super Bowl?" There's actually a prop bet right now. Will Bored Ape Yacht Club be featured in the halftime show, or I think the odds are like plus 135 for that. I'd say yeah.
I think
because Eminem just got one. Eminem just got a Bored Ape.
Snoop Dogg has at least one, if not more than a couple. I know he's talked about being an owner multiple times. I forget who else is in the halftime show. The fact that that's even an option on the prop bets makes me believe it's either a big trap or an obvious, well, yeah, they're going to talk about it. Someone mentioned it. Like I said,
I would be surprised if like a Bored Ape, was on like one of the screens or something crazy like that. That'd be dope.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, let's put some money on that.
Yeah, we should. We're going to be talking about the Super Bowl in a little bit.
Couple
topics to get there. But I can't wait. I love it. This is the best time, and this is the best time to talk about a Super Bowl because I don't really care who wins now
Yeah.
because Tom Brady's not in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is in the Super Bowl. I just want a good game. That's really what it comes down to.
All right.
Let's jump over to
Let's jump over into the best news or the
worst news.
most entertaining news coming out of the week, because obviously the Pro Bowl wasn't very fun to watch anyways.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, more hitting going on at the nightclub.
An elevator.
In the elevator. Oh, geez. Yeah, Alvin Kamara obviously got his. No, I didn't want to say shit rock, but he rocked somebody's shit. And now he is in potential legal trouble. Got arrested after the Pro Bowl. Obviously posted bond. John, what's his dynasty impact? And do you see him playing for the Saints next year? Or is he going to get suspended? What do you think? Because obviously there's no news on it right now.
All right. So the latest news is showing that he has a court date set in March. So that lets us know, because as we know, Roger Goodell likes to wait until the legal issues are settled before he puts the NFL into the investigation, and they run their own investigation, because in his words, he doesn't want to tamper with the investigation. Fair. So at least we know by the beginning of next season, we should have an idea about what the NFL's ramifications are going to be on him. Now, as far as what we know about what happened, is we know that Alvin Kamara, according to what reports on the video that has been seen, that hasn't been leaked yet, if anyone watching has access to that, just leak it. Let's go. Best Pro Bowl, best video of the weekend.
Yeah.
But realistically, the reports are that he touched someone, is on the shoulder, started into a fight. He threw a handful of punches, then backed up. His boys stomped him, and the man had his eye socket broken. Now, the reports are saying that it was Alvin Kamara's punch that broke his orbital.
We don't know.
But come on, we don't know. The guy got stomped afterwards, and it's very possible. So maybe those charges will get pushed on someone else, Now, as far as if he's going to be a Saint next year, obviously I do think this is going to turn into a suspension 4 to 8 weeks. It's not going to be a full season. I don't think we're going to see anything crazier. We've seen guys beat their girlfriends and come back within 4 to 8 weeks. Sadly.
Or Ray Rice, and he's out of the league. But it's not his girlfriend. So.
I mean, obviously there's precedent for guys doing worse. A bar fight is far from the worst thing that's happened. Not saying that any of that's right, and that people in the past should have gotten more issues. But Kareem Hunt and it's always running backs.
It is always running backs. They don't get love. Nobody loves them. Real quick, I posted in one of the NFT Discords I'm in. Shout out Goonies Gang. If you're here watching from Goonies Gang, appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to keep holding, keep pushing through the FUD. As far as Alvin Kamara's dynasty value, are you trading for him, John? Are you trading him away? Are you like what are your thoughts?
Like everything else, I would grab him for cheap if I could get him cheap. If someone's trying to move on him because they're not believing in him, or they're in a situation where they need to win next year, I'd pick him up. I mean, the guy's only been in the league for 4 years, I believe, so far. This might have been his 5th season. But we've seen him be extremely productive in the pass catching game. He's extremely talented, and he hasn't really shown signs of himself slowing down as in the offenses he's been involved in. And realistically, I don't think he's going to be a Saint much longer. I think the team's looking at some sort of a rebuild. They're in the worst cap situation in the league. They've got an aged defense, young offensive line, weapons everywhere, but one of the highest paid running backs, one of the highest paid wide receivers, and some of the highest paid offensive linemen in the league. They're going to have to destructure that team, and they're going to get the most value out of their high-end players. Michael Thomas, possibly. Reports come out that he's part of the team's future right now, but that can change in a heartbeat. They just gave the guy a contract, but he hasn't even played it down since. He hasn't scored a touchdown since. I think Alvin Kamara is someone that they can move off of after giving him that contract. The only problem they're going to see is this situation now is going to hurt his real life trade value, probably more than his fantasy trade value.
See, I love Alvin Kamara. Don't get me wrong, but I do think that don't trade him right now. Don't trade him right now. Let's see what happens if he gets suspended. Blah 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 blah. Let's see what happens. But plan on trading him this year. This is the year to trade him. I think this is the highest value you get for him coming up. Maybe he gets suspended for 4 games, 8 games, whatever it is, and then you can trade him to a team who needs him to make that run. So it's going to be interesting how this all plays out. But that's kind of my take on it. I'm not trading for him unless I am one running back away and I can potentially squeeze him for, pretty cheap. I don't want to mortgage my future for him because he's only got 2 years, I would say, of high-end usability.
You think only 2 more years?
High-end usability. I'm talking about top 5. I love Kamara. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know, man. I don't think he doesn't play. He doesn't play like a bruiser. He plays more as a shifty receiving back. Maybe, yeah. I guess 2 years of high end elite top 5 is fair. But I think he's someone that we could see for like 4 or 5 years as a RB3. I think he's gonna be one of those guys that has a longer career unless this kind of hurts him to the point where he doesn't come back.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. We saw a little bit of a decline this year. He lost Sean Payton. He lost Drew Brees. Obviously, this is his first year without him. So unless he goes to another team or another quarterback and Dennis Allen the coach can step up and really fulfill that. He's a defensive-minded coach, but can really step up and put a great coaching staff together and stuff like that, or keep whatever
let's compare him to the best running back on the Kansas City Chiefs right now, Jerick McKinnon. The guy is 30 years old.
Okay.
Plays in a similar style to Kamara. Kamara is much shiftier, much faster. Both of them are very well-rounded pass-catching backs that can run the ball through the middle and get you 3 to 4 yards most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kamara can have another 4 years of that role. And with his name value and the production that he's had throughout his career, at worst, he's going to be on a committee backfield where he's still going to be receiving 60% of the carries or touches out of a backfield for probably until he's 30, unless he gets injured heavily.
Okay. Listen, I agree 100%. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying 2 years of high-end top 5 usability at most. After that, we see him become maybe a low-end 1, a high-end 2, mid-2, somewhere around there. That's what I'm saying. I think this year is the year to trade him. Unless you're competing and actually, potentially going after that championship, then you keep him. But if you're not competing and stuff like that, then just trade him away. Because this is going to be the highest, value you're going to get for him.
Nah, what are you talking about?
He's definitely going to be.
Just came off of a bad year. Same reason like you're saying, no coaching staff, no quarterback in New Orleans. With his incident going on right now, this is probably the lowest his value's ever been and will be.
You didn't hear what I said. I said after he comes back from his suspension starts playing.
You just said this.
If he gets suspended.
I thought you just said this.
That's gonna be the highest value you're gonna get for him for the next couple years. So, all right. Do you have anything else you want to say about that?
Pick him up. Grab him. Don't pay. Don't pay more than you would have paid 2 months ago. But pick him up.
All right. NFL awards. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Boom. Jamar Chase. I think we all saw it coming. If Mac Jones would have fucking won, I would have quit the NFL. I would have quit. I would have never watched it again until next season.
I'm going to make this little point short and sweet. Mac Jones never should have been a Pro Bowl quarterback. Me and Mike both agree Derek Carr should have won that position over everyone else.
100%.
Now.
100%. bullcrap
All right.
that he got to do his gritty. That should have been Derek Carr's gritty. That's all I'm saying.
Derek Carr wouldn't have gritted
Why not? It's a
because
Pro Bowl.
he's more
Mac
well
Jones wouldn't.
more
Mac
mature.
Jones is not. No, Mac Jones, no.
And let's remember back that play that he gritted on, called back. She got called back. Didn't even count.
Well, yeah, because like 5 people touched him and would have tackled his ass, but he kept going. I don't.
The awards though, Jamar Chase, congratulations. Jalen Waddle, nominee, appreciated. Not fair. I think breaking a real reception record in 16 games compared to someone that broke a yardage record in 17 games is overshadowing true talent. But it's cool. Waddle will have his time.
Waddle will have his time. As Dolphins fans, yes. But we're not here to be biased. Listen, the media and stuff like that love to pump up, not the Dolphins. So thank you for putting us, in there, making us feel a little bit special, but piss off. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Michael Parsons, first unanimous award ever. John has an opinion about that. However, and I'll let him talk on this.
No, it's not this award. He deserved this one.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, unanimously though? You said something about not being.
I think it's obvious that he was unanimous, but I think his season overshadowed some of the other players that had a great year.
Javon Holland.
He had
Pat Surtain until he got hurt.
Pat Surtain is someone that is not getting enough credit for how he played this season. Took over a starting position. Away.
I think he did.
Asante Samuel played great this season. Greg Newsome played very well. A lot of the corners that came out of the draft were very, very much overshadowed by the fact that Michael Parsons played so well. And I don't think it's fair that they've gotten so much love. I see it. Congrats. It's very beautiful. I don't know why I was thinking about it. Did not deserve that.
You said Greg Newsome.
But yeah.
Every time we talk about Greg Newsome, I have to bring this out. The 199.
But absolutely. I think that there's a lot of great young defensive talent, especially at the cornerback and secondary position that came out of this draft. And it would have been nice for some of the other guys to have been at least nominated.
Yeah, I think the only two that should have been nominated, Asante Samuel, great year. Greg Newsome, great year. Pat Surtain, amazing year. Honestly, he was a lockdown corner. I think the only other two that could have been nominated were Javon Holland, and not because I'm a homer, but he was a top safety in the league, and Pat Surtain, because he was also a top safety in the league. However, Michael Parsons definitely deserved it, 100%.
So I'm just going to skip ahead because we're already on the conversation. But we're going to skip to the award where I do have an issue with the fact that he was even nominated for it. But Defensive Player of the Year, I don't think he should have been in that conversation. He had a great year. But when you're talking about the award that is supposed to be representing the best defensive player in the NFL that year, you don't get bonus points because you're a rookie.
And that's not why he got bonus points.
Where were the bonus points?
The Cowboys. He plays for the Dallas Cowboys.
No, again, you shouldn't get bonus points for that. But he never even should have been in conversation.
I think he had a great year.
He had a great year. He had a top.
Who would you have put in his place?
Probably about 15 to 20 players. I think Fred Warner had a great season that wasn't talked about enough. Off the top of my head, not Clowney. The edge rusher from the Browns, who was a leader in
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. I would have taken over Michael Parsons this year. He put up a much better statistical season. Michael Parsons played very well, exceptionally well for a rookie.
What about Nick Bosa?
I think Nick Bosa is kind of slowed down.
15.5 sacks? That's slowing down?
That's compared to where he was 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
2 years.
Super Bowl year?
He tore his ACL last year.
Yeah,
He was a rookie that year.
Yeah, I know. He was a freaking monster. It was his best season.
15.5 sacks is
nothing but, yeah. Let's see. Who are the sack leaders this year?
TJ Watt, who obviously deserved it. Like, I mean, you tie the sack record. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
That's easy peasy. But I think the only reason why not the only reason why he had a great year, but the main reason why he was nominated is because he had a lot. He was in the light. A lot of primetime games, made some really big plays for the team, plays for the Cowboys, was a rookie. Things like that. That's what kind of pushed him up there, because he was the unanimous, defensive rookie of the year. That's why it put in. I'm not saying it. I'm not.
No. I just pulled up some.
I'm just saying why. So, but I do have a big complaint about Nick Bosa not being a part of comeback player of the year.
I think Burrow is well deserving of that. I think Joe Burrow.
No. Nominee. I think you take your team to a Super Bowl the year after you tear an ACL. Yeah, you're gonna win it. But I'm just saying, he didn't even get nominated. But let's continue with this one. All right. What were we about to say? You were about to say something.
I was about to say some players that I feel like deserve it over Michael Parsons to even the nomination. And I don't even think this guy had the best year ever. But you're going to say Trayvon Diggs didn't have a better defensive year statistically than no? I mean, hey, the guy blows coverage, but 11 turnovers for your team. That puts the ball back in offense's hand 11 times.
But look at last year. X didn't get one vote either.
Well, yeah, X is trash. Overrated.
He had the same. It was the same thing.
I didn't think he deserved it then.
They're literally
he deserved the nomination over.
They're the same player.
Exactly. And I'm saying he deserves the nomination over Michael Parsons.
I don't think so. Not when you blow coverage that bad. Especially in big games.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he was great, but I mean, what did Michael Parsons do? Good, 14 sacks, right? 13. 3 fumbles. How many tackles? He's sitting at 84 total tackles, 64. Yeah.
It was always TJ Watt. It was always TJ Watt. Ever since he tweeted that, and I took that personally last year, we all knew he was winning it.
It was ever since JJ Watt posted the freaking stat comparisons between him and Aaron Donald last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, shut up, we gotta do something for this.
The thing is that they played two different positions.
They do. They do.
All right. Comeback player of the year, Joe Burrow. We kind of touched on that. Well deserved, 100%. I knew he was going to win. Should have won. ACL, leading your team to a Super Bowl. I am upset though that Nick Bosa wasn't at least added to the nominee.
I think Joe Burrow had a better year than Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I said Joey Bosa had a better year than Nick Bosa.
Oh, Joey. I thought you said Joe Burrow. I don't know. I don't have Joey Bosa's stats, but we're talking about comeback player of the year.
Oh, comeback. Sorry.
Not brother.
He was hurt.
Best brother.
Yeah.
15.5 sacks, like that. Coming off a knee injury. So, but congrats to Joe Burrow. Is he going to get the ring? We'll see tomorrow. Mike Vrabel, coach of the year, well deserved. I think Rich Bisaccia would have been another good one. He kept that team together. I mean, arrest, coaches scandal, whatever you want to call it. I mean, just a hellacious year, and they still made the playoffs.
Absolutely. I think he was well in line for it. But I also think Zach Taylor was another great one, someone that got the nomination as well. And then, as always, there's that one New York or one Boston writer that gives Bill Belichick that one vote every single year. So, great to throw his name in the nominees yet again.
Of course. Defensive player of the year. Oh, we talked about that. Offensive player of the year, Cooper Kupp. I mean,
undoubtedly.
If you weren't going to give him there, then you had to give him the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that the NFL does not give the MVP to non-quarterbacks. So Aaron Rodgers won the MVP.
Again.
Yes. 4th time. Only trails Peyton Manning.
He is back-to-back as well.
Yes, he is. Did you see his suit? The suit he was wearing?
It was like a dark suede, dark brown, ugly. His hair is getting a little
greasy. A little thin. He's moving to the mountains soon. Out in the middle of nowhere, doing some
right outside of Nashville.
Ayahuasca, drinking shrooms, and
my man's having some fun.
That's what ayahuasca is, isn't it? It's like a ritual with like a drink and get you high. Get you high at the end of the day. Same thing.
This isn't this type of show, Mike. Let's talk about the Super Bowl matchups. As everyone knows, we got the Bengals taking on the Rams in LA. So obviously we're gonna have to give the fan advantage to the Rams because it's going to be a home game, even though they are technically the away team. As far as the quarterbacks, who's getting the edge for you?
The edge?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow.
So you think Joe Burrow is better than Matt Stafford?
I didn't say that.
That's what I'm asking. Who is the edge?
Who's the better quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay. Matt Stafford right now.
Okay.
But who am I giving the edge to in this game? Joe Burrow. Because Joe Burrow just steps up. He just steps up.
Saying Matt Stafford doesn't step up?
No.
No?
He almost lost to the Niners. He almost lost. I mean, Cam Akers was definitely a part of it, but almost lost to the Bucks.
But he definitely hurt.
If Tate or whatever it is catches that interception, that wild interception, I mean, if, ands, or buts, I get it, but I give Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, Joe Burr, whatever you want to talk. What do we say?
Stop it.
That's
Cringe.
Joe Burrow.
All the Burrow hype is killing me. Like, you can't even call the Bengals underdogs because literally everyone's like
picking them.
The Rams,
100%. I agree.
The Rams.
I have the Rams.
All right,
I think the Rams win outright.
I just feel like everyone became a Bengals fan really quick, and everyone's been like hyping up the Rams all season. Like, and a push comes to shove, and it's time, and you're like, yeah, Joe Burrow, he's the cool guy now. I hope to see him cry at the end of the game.
You're a big Rams guy.
I'm definitely hoping the Rams win this one. As much as I like the Bengals. Don't get me wrong. I like Jamar Chase. I think the Bengals are a great team. I was a fan of them going into the year, but now that everyone's a huge Bengals fan and wants to act like Joe Burrow's the next coming of Tom Brady, I can't.
Nobody said that. I don't think.
Yep. There are media personnel, multiple, on 4-letter networks and multi-letter networks that are paid much more than me and have a much bigger following than me that have compared him to Tom Brady already, have said that he's possibly better than Patrick Mahomes. There are people that are on television and radio that have said very crazy things, and I think it's a little early.
Okay. The only thing I stand by that I have said, well, I stand by everything I say, but the only thing that I said, and I still stand by, I would take Joe Burrow over Justin Herbert. All right.
Disagree with you, but you know what?
I know you said that, and that's asinine. So
it's fine.
No, I do hope the Rams win. But the question was, what quarterback are you taking in this game? I don't think it comes down to the quarterback. No,
it doesn't. I was saying that the personnel group, I'm taking Matt Stafford. The Rams have the better quarterback, in my opinion. The Bengals have a better receiving core. Rams have a better running back room right now.
I think that's a toss-up. I think that's
with Darrell Henderson and Cam Akers there. I think that
and Sony Michel.
and Sony Michel. I think that pushes Joe Mixon. It's a tight one. We might even want to call it an even, but
I would say even.
There's a lot of depth over there in LA, and not a lot on Cincinnati for the same type of workload.
Don't tell Samaje Perine that. He just ran a 55-yard run back.
Woo! Is that a halfback dive that they needed on 3rd and 3 that Joe Mixon would have got? I don't think Samaje Perine's getting that.
It did. It was.
You said it was a
55-yard. Touchdown.
What was the play, Mike?
He ran between the left tackle.
Was it inside?
Between the left tackle and the left guard.
Okay, well I'm asking. I must have missed that one.
Anyways, yeah, no, it was a couple games ago. It was I don't think it was a Chiefs game. But anyways, yeah, I think that's a tight one, honestly. And the only reason why I say it's tight is because Cam Akers fumbling twice against the Bucks. It's not the best look. But depth, I agree with you there. I think it comes down to the defense and the offensive lines. The offensive lines, obviously, for the Rams, very good, very stout. The Bengals, no, not good. As far as the defense goes, best defensive line in the league, potentially the best defense in the league for the Rams, going up against one of the worst offensive lines. In the Bengals, that's obviously going to be talked about and has been talked about forever.
All the past 2 weeks. It's all we've been hearing is Von Miller and Aaron Donald versus the Bengals offensive line.
So Eric Weddle been playing very well for the Rams. So I mean, I have the Rams winning, but I do have the Bengals covering.
Fair.
So
pretty fair.
I said I couldn't bet against Joe Burrow, and technically I'm not.
That's fair enough.
Oh man,
for sure.
Tyler Higbee is out. CJ Uzomah came back to practice. Darrell Henderson did return from IR. So, like John said, very deep backfield there. All right.
Can I make one comment? Because I just had to look it up, so I wanted to be sure. So the Samaje Perine play that you're talking about, because he actually has 2 rushing yards through the postseason so far.
Well, except for that, yeah.
No. That was a pass catch out of the backfield where he ran a wheel route up the center. And then,
oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a run.
No, it was a 41-yard receiving touchdown.
Oh,
Back to you're not asking Samaje Perine to run up the middle and give you 3 yards.
You're right.
3 or 4 times in a row.
100%. I agree.
Joe Mixon will do it, though. You give him that, and he'll eat that.
Yeah.
But, all right. Let's jump into some of the prop bets. We're getting a little into it. We covered that Mike is, obviously a Joe Burrow lover, but he doesn't want to put his money there. So he's going to say the Rams are going to win this. I hear you, Mike.
Joe Burrow lover.
Everyone's a Joe Burrow lover now.
You're a Joe Burrow lover.
What are you talking about? It's like Justin Herbert. I'm a Justin Herbert lover. Let's go.
Yeah, but that's only because you want to stand by what you said.
Yeah, I'm a man of my word.
Right. But if you were given $1 billion to build a team and you only had Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow,
I'd take Justin Herbert.
I wouldn't.
I would.
You would not.
I would.
You'd want to sell tickets. You'd want to sell tickets. That's what you're looking at.
What are you talking about? Joe Burrow is much hotter market item than freaking Justin Herbert.
You think that Joe Burrow's hotter than Justin?
In the market? Yeah, right now.
In the market? No, it looks.
No, Mike, you're the one that tried to have the Justin Herbert hair last year.
No. Time out. Trevor Lawrence. Thank you.
It's the Trevor Lawrence hair.
Thank you. Right. Come on now. Come on.
All right. So Rams are a 4-point favor in this game. Over under sitting at 48.5, and the money line is minus 130 for the Rams currently. You're not betting against Joe Burrow. What about that over under though? Are we feeling?
Over.
You're taking the over 48.5. Okay.
Yeah, I think
There
it'll be
are,
like a 27-24. That's what I said.
yeah,
But I think it go into the 30s. Somebody gets into the 30s, 31, 28, something like that.
I think we definitely crack into the 50s. Now, anytime touchdown scores, there's some interesting ones here. As everyone knows, everyone's favorites are going to be Cooper Kupp, Joe Mixon, Cam Akers, Kupp sitting at minus 190, Mixon minus 105, Akers minus 110. Now, some fun ones, though. Some fun ones for you.
Hold on.
Hold up.
What are your picks? Who are you picking?
I mean, I would definitely think, I'm not taking any of these to be fair. As a real bet, if I just want to play some money to have some fun, I'd take these fun ones. I put some money down on Van Jefferson plus 245. You know, if
You want to hear my prediction?
Sure. Let me hear your prediction.
Let's hear it. All right. So, OBJ, anytime touchdown score,
Yeah,
taking that
take
plus
it.
120.
Parlay that.
And Joe Mixon, first touchdown score, plus 750. I like that.
So are you taking the Bengals to have the ball first and win the toss, or lose the toss and defer?
See, I don't care about that.
So you're saying no matter what, the Bengals will score first.
Yes.
Nah. Give me if I'm throwing it down there, I'd say if I'm gonna say the Bengals are scoring first, it's gonna be Jamar Chase. If they aren't scoring first, it's gonna be T. Higgins. I swear the Bengals are gonna come out there and they're gonna try to force the ball to Jamar Chase early in the first quarter. The Rams are gonna have that shit nearly shut down. And then Joe Burrow is gonna remember, oh crap, I've got two receivers that are almost as good as this guy on the field every single play with him, and then a really good running back. And we're going to see T. Higgins have 85 plus yards this week.
John, I've never disagreed with you more.
That's fine. Disagree with me all you want.
Think about it. They're thinking the same thing. I mean, the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just do this. Let's just take the best corner in the league.
Yeah.
And put him up against there. So that's going to leave a mismatch. T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and also we've heard about it, bad defensive line or offensive line, great defensive line. Joe Mixon catching the balls out of the backfield a ton. What are his catch over-unders? Do you know that?
I don't know off the top of my head. But see, the thing with Jalen Ramsey is the Rams have not put Jalen Ramsey on the number one receiver on every team every week starting from the gate. The way that they've been operating has been lining him up in their base packages where he's structured to be until someone gets hot, and then they put him on whoever's hot. Then he starts freelancing. Oh, bam, bam. Oh, Chase is hot. I'm on Chase for the next bam. Oh, wow, they're lighting up this. They kind of let him freelance in the third and fourth quarters to shut down those receivers that are really feeling it. And that's what they've been doing very well the past 2 weeks. And that's why Chris Godwin got nearly shut down against the Rams in the fourth quarter. Not Chris Godwin. Mike Evans got shut down in the second quarter, started coming back in the third until Cooper Kupp obviously got his touchdown.
If you remember, Jalen Ramsey shadowed him in the first half. He was shut down. And then they started playing the, back and forth. Ramsey lined up on this. He got burnt. Or not, he got burnt. He did get burnt, technically. But the corner covering him got burnt. They put him back on there, and it was inevitable they had a touchdown. Yeah. So I think they go out this game. They put him right on Jamar Chase, 100%.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him on T. Higgins to start the game.
So, Joe Mixon over under 3.5 receptions. I'll take the over. I think he gets like 6, to be honest. It's a lot. It's minus 150, but I think you can buy that up. What else? What else do we got? MVP. Stafford plus 100, Burrow plus 225, Cooper Kupp plus 600, OBJ plus 280, Jamar Chase plus 1,800, Von Miller plus 4,000. Oh, his odds have gone up. Evan McPherson. Love
That's
it.
10K.
Plus 10,000. Did Stephen Gostkowski win the MVP when he hit that, or Vinatieri? Vinatieri, whenever he hit that snowy field goal. I don't see it being a kicker, but hey, put a couple bucks.
No, the only kicker that has won.
Was it Ray Guy?
No, Desmond Howard, Super Bowl 31.
Desmond Howard wasn't a kicker.
Kick
He
returner.
was a kick returner.
Oh no, so he's the only. There's never been a kicker.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Come on. Who do you got? Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald. He's not up there.
Aaron Donald's not up.
He's plus 1,400.
Yep.
Who do you got? Who do you got?
Matt Stafford is my obvious favorite in this situation, just because I think the Rams are going to win, and it's a quarterback-heavy vote. Outside of that, though, you want to get a little crazy. Throw Cooper Kupp on that list. I think it's very likely that Cooper Kupp has enough of a stat line, and depending on how much he's used, could very well be the reason that they win that game and could win that award. But if I want to get fun, Evan McPherson could. It's worth $1.
First one ever.
Someone will win it eventually.
Yeah, I guess. That's true. Mine. So if I want to go, straight up, I agree. I think the Rams are going to win. So I'd go Stafford or Kupp. If I want to get sexy with it, we talked about it a little yesterday. Von Miller. He showed out last Super Bowl. Maybe he has another, couple sack game, strip sack, whatever it is, plus 4,000. I'll put $5 on it. So, just potential. But if I'm going realistic, like who's gonna win, I'm putting, half a unit on Kupp and a unit on Stafford.
All right, let's get into the question that really matters. The one that we can predict and actually give these people an accurate guess.
Yes.
The coin flip. Heads or tails?
Tails never fails, right? So I'm going to pick heads.
All right, so both of them are sitting at minus 105. This is probably Vegas's favorite bet because it is or least favorite because it is a true 50-50. I'm going to take tails. Tails never fails. Let's go.
There you go. All right.
You want to bet between each other? You can bet 10 on it?
We can put 10 on it, yeah.
Put 10 on it. That's fair. I'll bring $10 with me tomorrow. All right. Gatorade.
Gatorade color. All right. Here's my theory. Sam Hubbard. He was on Pardon My Take, and he said that their Gatorade color has been orange all year. Okay? Do not bet orange. That's how I'm looking at it.
Well, they would have to win the game first off, which isn't going to happen.
Well, I'm just saying in general, they're not going to use orange. They're not going to use orange now that he said that.
No.
Either team.
What was it last year? Do you remember?
Purple?
Was it purple?
Blue? Purple or blue? I think it was purple or blue. So yeah, that's kind of where I go on that.
It was blue. It was blue.
Oh, was it blue? Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. It was orange last year. Wait, no, it was blue. Then it was orange. Then it was blue. Yeah, blue, orange, blue. So it could be turned for orange.
Okay, there it is. Jersey number of the first touchdown scorer. Over, under 23.5. Obviously, I said Joe Mixon. I'm taking the over.
I take the over on this as well. I think it's likely the only players that could ruin it for you: OBJ, Jamar Chase,
Cooper
Kupp, and Cam Akers. Outside of that, pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That leaves a lot of players available. Both tight ends. You got 2 receivers in the Bengals starting rotation and 2 receivers on the Rams starting rotation that can get it for you. I'd take the over on this.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Oh, will there be a flea flicker attempted plus 235? Yes. I'm gonna say no. However, Here we go. It leads right into my next one. Oh, do you think there's going to be a flea flicker or no?
Say, yeah, I feel like there's been at least one attempted per game every single year for the past since the Philly special.
That's not a flea flicker.
How is that not a flea flicker technically?
A flea flicker is when you hand it off to the running back, he turns around, throws it back to the quarterback, and then he throws it.
I mean, I feel like any pitch back potentially is a flea flicker.
Maybe.
Oh, you're right. No, I guess it's different because the quarterback's not. Okay, that's fine. All right. So,
but it leads into the next question. Any non-QB to throw a touchdown? I'm going to say no. But I will say I did see another bet. Any over under 2.5 players to throw the ball. So obviously Matt Stafford and Joe Burrow. We got 2 there.
Oh, I would take.
I'm gonna say yes.
Man, I'd put money on that. My question. Do you think that the Bengals will let Joe Burrow score a touchdown this game? I think that with all.
What do you mean let him?
Do they run a play?
They want him to?
Do they run a play where Joe Burrow goes out for a pass? Do they run a Philly special? Some sort of play where he goes out for a catch because they want to keep this hot publicity going. And when they go up a touchdown, do they hit him with, Joe Burrow pitch back, and now we got Joe Mixon throwing Joe Burrow a 20-yard bomber, so we can see Joe Cool out there. He used to play DB. He knows how to play DB. He knows how to break those ankles.
Okay,
let's go. Let's.
This is the only reason why I don't think it would happen, is because you got to think about it. Zach Taylor and Sean McVay, from the same coaching tree, that same young, mindset. Maybe they try to outsmart the other one by not outsmarting them. You get what I'm saying? Like a reverse psychology kind of thing.
But wouldn't it be smarter to outsmart the one that thinks you're outsmarting him by outsmarting him?
Yeah, but
I think you're not going to
already knows you're going to you're going to outsmart him.
Tree. So it's a perpetual loop, man. You got if one person thinks that, if they both think that, then it's going to continue to the next level. And then once they both think that, it's Pandora's box. It's Schrodinger's cat. You don't know until you open the box back up.
Yeah.
No, let's get scientific in this.
Yeah, right. I am pissed. Before we go, I am pissed. I have yet to see the over-under on the national anthem.
Because they lost too much money last year, probably.
Yeah, I bet they did. National anthem. Who will be shown first? LA or Bengals player or staff?
Bengals.
I'm going with LA. In LA, at their home stadium, they're probably going to talk about it a bajillion times. Show Sean McVay. They're going to show Sean McVay. They're going to show Zach Taylor.
I'm going to show Joe Burrow first.
You think so?
Either Joe Burrow or Cooper Kupp. They're going to show visiting quarterback Joe Burrow or offensive player of the year Cooper Kupp or offensive rookie of the year Ja'Marr Chase. If they start with the quarterback or the coach of a team, it'll be the away team, and then they will represent then it'll be the home team. But you know what? But technicality,
they are the away team.
Man.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Mind fucks going on. All right. Well, anyways, that's our episode, guys.
It'd be weird. Do the Rams have to sit on the other side of the field than they're used to?
Yeah.
Damn.
They have to, right?
Imagine they bought some terribly feeling benches when they built that stadium, really made that other side of the sideline terrible for those people, regardless of the conditions.
That's not how it's gonna work.
No,
bro. If the Washington football team flew their benches in to wherever they went, Philadelphia or whatever,
yeah,
guarantee you the Bengals are flying theirs in.
No. I was saying, the Bengals have the Rams, so I'm sure the Rams benches are beautiful. But how do we know the Rams didn't make the opposing team's benches so terrible, and that now they're stuck with that terrible bench because they are technically the away team?
They'll just bring their benches from across the field.
It's true. What if just take the benches out? Everyone stand. You got 4 hours.
Yeah, everybody stands.
You got 4 hours.
I'm not going to be sitting. I can guarantee you that.
Do they have to go to the away locker room?
These are questions we need to answer.
These are questions we should have had beforehand.
Jeez. I'll look that up. So, all right, y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in. Of course, it was fun.
This should be a prop line. Sorry. Does Joe Burrow piss in Matt Stafford's locker?
I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say if they lose, it might very well happen.
Oh, God. Here we go. All right, y'all.
Good.
Thank you. Before John goes off on another tangent.